one of the things that, and this was tough for me, right? And I'm still working and learning. I'm a total work in progress, right? Let's talk about all these pronouns. Right? Let's talk about it. He, her, him, they, them, their, they, them, ze. Walk me through the pronouns, and then more importantly, that feeling when someone says that's their preferred pronouns versus someone's pronouns.
Thank you. Yes, lots of pronouns. We could have pages. We could just have them running, and that's because it's important to the community. I mean, bottom line, there's different pronouns that people use to feel like their authentic selves and be their authentic selves. The most commonly used ones, especially in the workplace, would be, he, him, she, her, they, them. There might be a few others that you had mentioned, and sometimes it's more inclusive, sometimes it's more neutral, but really for the workplace, those are the ones you'll most likely hear and see the most. Couple things. Why is it important to use your pronouns, ask for pronouns, and I can give some examples as well. It really is a sign of respect and safety. And, hi, I'm Susie, she, her pronouns. If you're comfortable sharing yours, and then you prompt. And most of the time people say, oh, right. Thanks for asking.
Yeah,
he, him. And sometimes then if there's the question mark on the face, that could actually invite another conversation. Or you could see a little resistance and say, okay, no worries, and just keep on going. And it's really getting the use on your side in your everyday language. So, that's the sign of respect and safety. From yourself, but then asking of others. When you ask of others, it really does make them feel seen in a space that for a long time, no one ever talked about pronouns. No one ever would have asked. And so those are the big things. Now, I do get the question a lot, should we mandate the use of pronouns in the workplace? I have an interesting answer to that. My answer is no. And I'll tell you why. So I will always recommend, they're strongly suggested to use your pronouns in the workplace. Introducing yourself, and maybe in your email signature, your Zoom profile, LinkedIn, all those things. But why would we not? Why would I say no? Well, I'm a huge advocate for LGBT inclusiveness, because you could potentially make somebody come out. Or out themselves, or be outed, which means your orientation, sexual orientation, gender identity is disclosed without consent. So those are a few things about the workplace. Now, to answer your question of preferred.
Yes.
A couple years ago, that was the thing to say. And this goes back to some of the LGBTQIA, even all the nomenclature and the language. It is evolving, and it happens to be one of the fastest evolving set of language points in all of DEI. That's because the community is finding their voice more. So going back to preferred really implies choice, which we are who we are. I'm part of the LGBTQ plus community. We are ourselves, and we want to be our authentic selves in every space we can be. So saying preferred or asking preferred implies choice. So really that's not so inclusive, but I don't want anybody to feel really badly about that, because it is a newer progression in the language.